There are 100 different ways to make money with GoHighLevel, but after trying just about all of them, this is by far my favorite. I've tried selling simple websites, I've tried running ads, I've tried selling AI chatbots, I've tried selling social media posts, I've tried selling complicated funnels and lead follow-up, and by far this is the most simple, repeatable model I've come across. Doesn't require weekly check-in calls, you don't have to deal with high maintenance clients. It's a one-time setup and then you get paid for it every single month. I use it to help local business owners get more business on Google, and they're more than willing to pay a couple $100 every single month so they can rank at the top and get more customers. This is the exact model I use to make over $26,000 every single month in recurring revenue. And at this point, I've actually helped hundreds get their first client and start making money online. And no, I'm not here to sell you a course or sell you my coaching program. Actually, the great thing about this business model is that I run everything on HighLevel. And HighLevel has an affiliate program that pays me 40% recurring commission if somebody signs up. And so if you sign up with my link, you get a 30-day trial instead of a 14-day trial. And I get a 40% split of what you're paying them. You pay exactly the same. And so since HighLevel pays so handsomely to their affiliates, I'm more than willing to show you every single thing I've learned in the last 2 years, just in exchange of you signing up with my link down below. You'll get access to my community, my templates, my coaching calls, everything. So stick around right now and I'll show you the exact offer we run, how we get clients, and how we onboard clients and make sure they pay us month after month. I chased making money online for years before I found this. Hope you enjoy. Before we dive into actually getting clients and setting them up and getting them to pay you month after month, I want to just put this in perspective to show you all the people that are already winning and already having results. This is HighLevel's SaaSpreneur Award. You can see I've got it right back there. You can see Review Harvest right here, and I was a winner last year in 2024. I'm down here somewhere with all these other 400, 500 people. If I just look up review, there we go. Review Harvest right there. You see, I won the SaaSpreneur Award, and there's 400, 500 other people that won. You have to have at least 100 recurring active SaaS customers to win the gold award. And it's 500 for the platinum, and I think 1,000 for the diamond. And so you can see people are doing this. This is not some hypey, scammy thing. This is legit. Like, people are actually having success. Over 500 people won an award last year. And so if you can just kind of follow this simple business model of setting up this one automation for local business owners to get them reviews, it is totally possible. It's not easy, but it's totally possible, and it's super simple. So at this point, you're probably like, that sounds great, but how the heck do I even provide this service, right? How do I even provide this automation? How do I even set clients up? How does all that work? And that's where HighLevel comes in. So HighLevel is going to take all the pain of and expenses of hiring developers and building something from scratch and making all these decisions to build the platform to actually work and function and just get one customer supported. And they have already built a platform and spent millions, probably tens of millions of dollars on development to give us a platform that we can just put our logo on. And it works out of the box. You just have to figure out how to set up a couple of things. And when you sign up with my link down below in the description, you actually get a template of the exact process and automations and scripts and emails and all the stuff that I built out for my clients. You'll get all of that when you sign up with my affiliate link down below in the description. So you can just kind of plug and play, change out your name, change out your logo, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. And so what HighLevel is, it's basically, can all the software into one marketing automation platform. So you can capture your leads from websites through funnels, through forms, through calendar bookings. You can nurture them with automated text and emails. And then you can also, they have messaging and calling and all this stuff so you can close and have those analytics and stuff like that. And so they have this graph that's very famous about how they combine all the other softwares. So you can see right here, you can see all the other softwares that the business owners are paying for every single month. You can combine into just one little expense. So now the problem with this though is that it's really overwhelming for us to sell all these features to local business owners. So the approach that I've taken with it is I'm just going to take this one little piece, reputation management, and I'm going to be very focused and just sell reputation management. And you can, if you'd like to, and I've done it in the past and charged a lot more for it, you can get them in the door with reputation management, and then you can upsell them into the other features to kind of combine all their softwares in here and actually use HighLevel as a CRM. But for the most part, HighLevel is taking all the guesswork out of it. You don't have to. The great thing about HighLevel is you don't have to figure out how to build it. All you have to do is figure out how to use the tool that they make pretty user friendly, I'd say, for the most part, if you've used other softwares similar to it before. And you just have to figure out how to market and sell it, which is simple, not easy. So now for the meat and potatoes, how do you actually get them reviews, right? So they're paying us for this now, or they said yes to it when they want us to get them reviews. What do we do? So the first thing you do is you need to create a HighLevel account. So you can feel free to sign up with my link down below in the description. You'll get a 30-day trial instead of 14 days. So you can take some more time to get some clients, maybe get some paying clients so you can pay for the subscription that way. But also when you sign up with my link, you'll get the snapshot that goes over all my templates, all my scripts, all that stuff. And you'll also get coaching calls with me and my community, all that stuff. But once you create an account, you'll go to the sub accounts view. You want to create a new sub account. Once you're here, you'll have the snapshot that I gave you. And so this is the title of it. It's for Clay's Affiliates right here. You'll select on that snapshot, and then you could try to find your client on Google Maps. A lot of times you're probably just going to have to add the customer manually. But let's see if we can find a Halloween business. Yeah, Halloween Adventure Shop. There we go. So we can go ahead and create a sub account. And so once again, if you can't find them on Google Maps, then you can just go ahead and add their information manually. This is not creating a user. This is just creating a sub account that you can kind of zero into. That's just going to be specifically for this client, right? So it's not going to add them. We're going to have to add them as a user after this, but this is just creating their account where we can build their automations, add their contacts, get them reviews, repurpose the reviews, all that sort of stuff. So now I'm going to add some dummy information here and create this account. All right, once you add the information of the business right here, like their phone number, their website, stuff like that, you can go ahead and click on Add Sub-Account. So when you do this, it's going to create their account that we can add to them as a user. They'll have a login. They can log in and play around, add contacts, see all the reviews coming in, stuff like that. And so now we're going to go ahead and switch their sub-account. We're going to walk through what an onboarding call would be like, right? So what you want to do is you want to go either meet with this business owner in person, you want to get them on a Zoom call, you want to get them to share their screen, and then what you want to do is you want to add them as a user to this account. So you want to go to settings, and then you want to go to my staff, and then you want to add them as a user. So add their phone number, their email, and they'll be able to log on with their information. And then from there, they can click on Launchpad and then click on Connect. So this is going to connect their Google Business Profile so that we're able to respond to their reviews, grab their Google review link, and do everything we need to do so they pay us every single month and help them rank higher on Google and get more customers. So after they connect their Google Business Profile, we're going to want to go to their contacts, and we're going to want to upload their list of previous customers. So if they are using a tool that integrates with CRM Connect, then you will be able to click on integration. You could get a CRM connector account. And so once, if you do create an account with CRM connector, I think it's like $17 a month. And if they support one of the integrations here that your customer uses, so your customer might use Sweep and Go, they might use Square, they might use Workies, they might use any of these different CRMs to manage all their information, then instead of having to upload a CSV file, like instead of them having to go and download or whatever, all you have to do is click on integration here, connect that specific account, and it's going to automatically pull in all their previous customers for the review reactivation. And if you don't know what a review reactivation is, basically that is the first play in our playbook where we reactivate all their previous customers to help them get a whole bunch of reviews up front. And so this gets them a big win in the first couple of weeks. So they're like, oh my gosh, this review company is amazing, right? And the great thing about CRM Connector is that it's also going to pull in all the new customers they're getting. So every time those customers are being added to HighLevel, we can send that review request out. And that way we'll continue to get them reviews. And it's not going to be a one-time thing where they pay us once, like, oh, you're not getting me any new reviews, because they're either not adding customers manually or we don't have some sort of integration, right? But with CRM Connector, it'll do that all for us. And so once we get all those previous contacts in here, whether it's through a CSV file, importing file customers here, or whether it is through GHL Connector, from there, what you want to do is you want to go get them to connect their social media accounts. So from here, we want them to connect Facebook, connect Instagram, Google Business Profile again. It's a different sort of access. So they'll have to connect their Google Business Profile here again. But now this will allow us to, every time they get a 5-star review, after they connect their accounts, you'll just be able to click on Post Reviews, select 5-star reviews only, upload some photos, and you'll be able to automatically post all their 5-star reviews. And think about that from the business's perspective. If they're paying you $179 a month, right, and you haven't talked to them a month or two, but every time they log on Facebook, we've posted, or your business has posted a couple of reviews automatically, it reminds them that yes, they are providing a service, they're helping our business grow, and so it helps you stay top of mind and makes them not think, oh, they're not doing anything, they're just sitting back and collecting our money. So that's what I love about social media posts. Some people won't even care about the automated review posting at all, which is fine. But for the people that do, it seems to be a really big selling point. And those are kind of the most important things to get done on the call. After you get off the call, you can come in here and you can go to settings. You can grab their review link. So once it's connected, you'll be able to grab their Google review link right here, and you can just add that to the custom values. I'll go over custom values here in a second. You can turn on reviews AI, so you can automatically respond to all the reviews. You can even create specific agents to respond in a certain manner, right? So you want to be optimistic, you want to be empathetic, solution oriented, or you can create your own from scratch, give it your own prompt and select the tone for it and just select what reviews you want to respond to, like 4 and 5 star reviews or negative reviews, which is really cool. So now we can have basically separate agents for 5-star reviews than we have for 1-star reviews, right? The 1-star reviews, we probably want to be very solution oriented. We probably want to be empathetic, whereas with the 5-star reviews, we can probably just be more, more playful, grateful, friendly, stuff like that. So that's how you turn on automated review responses. From there, once all their contacts are in here, and before we can turn on the automations to actually run the review request, we want to come down to the custom values section, and this is all done automatic. So these custom values we baked in here with the snapshot that I provide anybody that signs up to HighLevel with my link. You'll get it automatically just as soon as you sign up with my link. And so when I built this out, I wanted to be able to onboard new users, new customers in 15 minutes and really only have to change values in here. I don't have to go all over the workflows and all over the templates to change stuff every time. And so what a custom value is this custom value, we can just edit this value here once and it's going to change it all across the sub account, right? And so it's basically thinking like a placeholder. So I can just change this Google review link with a different review link, and then it's going to change all the other templates and scripts and places on this sub account that Google review link is mentioned. So before you launch this live, you want to come down here and fill it out. So I'll go over briefly some of these. So obviously Google review link, you know, that is logo link. This is a photo of their logo for the emails, stuff like that. Personalized image. We send out review requests with personalized images so that we can auto-populate the end customer's name on it. And we use a tool called Nifty Images for that. But basically, let's say you reach out to Sally. Well, then we can add Sally's name to that photo to get her attention, right? The fourth thing is business owner first name. That's for the text messages. Business name, that's for text messages. Domain, that's for the email sending stuff. So we're able to automate a lot of the processes by just adding this domain in here by default. Once you set up your sending domain, I have plenty of other videos on that on the channel. How many review requests should be sent out every 14 days? So this is basically an internal notification system. So if your customer isn't adding contacts, then we're not getting reviews, right? If we're not getting the reviews, they're going to churn. And so we want to be notified if a customer is not adding contacts and we're not actually sending review requests out. And so based off the volume of the customer and their business and how many review requests they should be sending out, you set this value here so that you can be notified if they're not sending as many review requests that you want, right? How many times should we follow up? So this is going to be different based off of whether it's a recurring service or whether it's a one-time service, right? If it's a one-time service, you probably want to follow up a couple times. If they're getting served every week or every 2 weeks and they're going to be re-added to the workflow, you might not want to follow up at all. So you can edit that there. And then the rest is just like, should we ask for a referral? If they've already left a review, that's baked in here. You can just say yes or no there. But those are just some of the custom values. Run kind of the brains of the operations of the sub account. And once you do all that, you're good to go. You're ready to rock and roll. You just go to contacts. You'll select all the contacts and you'll click on add to automation, and you'll go ahead and find the workflow that you want to add to. So you can just do the review reactivation. You can title it. This is just for tracking. So we're going to just title it review. And you can either add them in drip mode. I normally do 2 every 20 minutes, but it just depends on the list. Or you can just add them on a scheduled time. If it's like 5 or 10 contacts, you can just add them all at once. But if it's hundreds or thousands, I'm adding 2 contacts to the workflow every 20 minutes. And yeah, that's the meat and potatoes. That's how you actually get people reviews. So how do you actually get business owners to say yes to you? How do you actually get them to allow us to let them get Google reviews even for free? I wish I had some really expensive system to sell you that you could pay me every single month for, and then I'd make a whole bunch of money. But really, in reality, the way that I did it was this right here. And you can just screenshot this and use it for the next, honestly, 3-6 months to maybe even a year, because you can do it for free. And this is exactly how I got my first 10, 30, and on to like 60 or 70 SaaS customers on HighLevel for Review Harvest, right? So the first thing I did was I focused on getting proof, not profit. I recommend that to anybody. You want to just get some reps under your belt. In the beginning, a business owner allowing you to set this up for free, they're doing you the favor, right? They're like that was when they allowed me to set up for free. I was like, yay. It's a good deal for me because I get reps under my belt. I can get a case study. I can get a review. I can get a referral. And so first, just reach out to your network, like your phone contacts, people that know you, like you, trust you already. Here's the script you can send out to them, and then just go ahead and try to get some results, right? And then use those results to reach out to people in your area, right? So I got my first 10 to 15 customers this way, and then I reached out to people in my area locally to go ahead and continue to expand, get 20, 30, 40 customers, right? And get some more proof. And then once you have a lot of solid proof, you can use that proof and use that profit to scale, right? So once you get to your first 10 customers, you can probably start charging. Like you have enough reps under your belt, you probably feel comfortable saying, hey, let's go ahead and get a card on file. Let's do a 14-day free trial. Then it's going to be X amount a month after that, right? But once you start making some money, you want to start reinvesting that money back into ads. So I was at about 30 or 40 customers. I'd been doing it for probably 5 or 6 months. And I was kind of hitting a plateau with my kind of cold outreach locally. And so what I did was I just created a simple ad saying, hey, my name's Clay from Review Harvest. I help this business go from X to Y reviews. I'd love to do the same thing for you for free. I ran that ad, and within 2 months, I pretty much doubled the amount of customers I had. I think I went from like 35-ish to 60 or 70 customers paying me every single month running that ad. And I only have 15,000 year-round residents in my area. And so when it comes to, if you live in a city with 100,000 business owners, 100,000 year-round residents, that you could probably build a business just in your local area to 15, 20K, 30K per month, right? Because one of the hardest transitions I made was going from local ads to national ads, because once you run ads nationally, you don't have that local trust to then help them show up to the call, help sell the call. Every single metric you could track, show up rate, close rate, all that sort of stuff is going to go down once you go nationally, right? And so in the beginning, I recommend like using your network and then reaching out to people locally, leveraging that trust, and then start running ads. And so that's how I got to my first 70 clients. And plus, when you run ads locally, if there are any high rollers in your area, like big CEOs of companies or people that own really massive companies, when you say, hey, my name's Clay from insert your city name, that's going to make their ears perk up, right? If you just say, hey, my name's Clay, I'm helping people get reviews, they're probably like, oh, it's just a kid, whatever, and move on. But when you say that you're from the same area that they are, they're going to be willing to help you out. Honestly, I had so many examples of like big business owners reach out to me because they saw my ad and be like, hey, I want to get some reviews. I want to know what this is all about. Something I would never had a shot with, never had the proof, never had the reputation to kind of demand that sort of business, except for the fact they were in my area, and so now they're more than willing to work with me. And I want to let y'all know, I don't want to be like those YouTubers or other high-level affiliates out there that just tell you can make $10,000 a month overnight. It's so easy, so amazing, great. I want to tell you that this is hard. It's a simple business, but it's not easy, right? Just to illustrate that point, I want to show you mutual.io. You know what mutual.io was? It was the first version of Review Harvest. I started it like 3 years ago, and then I quit it for like a whole year because I didn't actually give it the time of day because it's hard, right? Like I struggled to get customers. I struggled to get people's card on file. I struggled to set it up and actually get people reviews because I didn't know what I didn't know, right? And, I spent an ungodly amount of time on this infographic that really never did anything. I think I probably sent it to a couple people. And so just let you know, like during this video, your emotions might be high. Like, oh, this is so exciting. Great. And it totally is possible. And I give all the training, I give everything away possible so that you can get your own results. I mean, I already have people in the community. If we go to our wins, we have people booking meetings, 4 clients this week alone. First free trial customer, ATP approval. That's basically getting your phone numbers verified and stuff like that. Facebook ad wins, got my first client, 23 clients Onboard. You see people are getting results. But you can see, like Connor said it best, it takes time and effort and a lot of earning. It took him 7 months to get to 23 clients. But imagine you probably might have already spent 4 years at college getting just an education that when you leave you might be able to get a job paying you $50,000 a year, depending on your degree. Obviously if you have a legit degree, you're good. But if you really truly build this can start to create some semi-passive income for you. And it is difficult. I just want to be realistic with you. I just want to make sure expectations are set properly. If you're interested in taking the next step, feel free to sign up to HighLevel with my link down below in the description. You'll get an extended 30-day trial instead of the normal 14-day trial. And you'll get access to this community where I'm constantly answering questions. We have 4 coaching calls a week. So we have 1 coaching call with a Facebook ads expert every week, and then 3 calls with me. We have a whole bunch of training. I mean, hundreds of hours of training on how to do WhatsApp, platform reviews, how to do Facebook ads, all the coaching call recordings, and then also the day 1 through 7 course, where I take you from a beginner to having your first client set up and everything rocking and rolling on day 7. And so if you are interested in taking the next step, feel free to sign up my link down below in the description. And if not, you just want to watch a video where I put everything that I know into a 9-hour training and post it on YouTube for free, check it out here.